Hey everybody, welcome back to Overland, Florida. This is Kevin. In front of me is Ron with his trailer. Ron and I are on the east coast of Florida. It is about 94 degrees outside, unfortunately, but we just had this itch to go camping. We actually went camping Friday night, and that's a whole nother story by itself. It wasn't really that hot. It was really comfortable at nighttime. I didn't need a blanket or didn't need a fan or air conditioning or anything. We're actually going to be camping near the St. Johns River. Not on the river, but we're going to be camping right on a lake. So hopefully we have a nice little breeze. We're actually about a mile or so away from the campsite right now, so we're going to go ahead and drive into the campsite. I've never been here before. Hopefully there's some shade. If not, we have about 4 awnings between the two of us, so shade really shouldn't be a factor. But like I said, as long as we can get a nice cool breeze coming off that lake, it should be a pretty good night. Maybe they'll keep the mosquitoes away. It's nice and breezy out here. It's actually a really beautiful area, and you can tell that this doesn't get used a whole lot because the road is just all grass. At least it was freshly mowed. Anyway, let's go catch up with Ron and get to this campsite. Hopefully the audio's not messed up because it is really windy here. Not too far from the campsite is a lookout tower and a boat ramp if you want to bring kayaks or a boat. As you could tell in that last video, we were out in the middle of nowhere, so welcome back to the trucks. Campsite's gonna be just around this corner over here. It was a little muddy on the way in, surprisingly not much muddier than it was. This is absolutely beautiful back here. I was really surprised. I thought it was gonna be kind of run down and no grass, but looks like it might be a little underwater. I'll tell you what, that's an impressive 4-cylinder right there. Ron and I have enough firewood to last us probably till about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. We're not going to be using the fire to cook, so I've just been walking around. There's a lot of pine, broken up branches and stuff like that, so I'm just going to use this time to walk around, gather some firewood, and we're just going to enjoy the campsite. Enjoy the shade for a while because it is hot, but it is beautiful. So here's my setup for now. Got water for the potatoes. Gonna let them soak for a while. Of course, water for us because it's like 94 degrees. All my camping stuff is in here, and I got it organized, so later I'll open that up and show you guys. Thanks Shay for the firewood. And I have nothing in here other than just drinks. Ron's got all the food in his refrigerator, so I'll show you that. Refrigerator's doing great. It is steadily at 27 degrees, and it's running off a 110 amp hour battery, and up there's a solar panel. This is out in the weather all the time. Sometimes in this bed parked in the sun it's getting like 115 120 degrees. Refrigerator's still kicking. It's starting to get a lot of sun faded, but it is out in every storm, extreme heat, sun. It's in all the weather conditions, and things still going. Nothing's rusting. I can check back in there where the air compressor and stuff is, or not the air compressor, but the compressor for the refrigerator, and it's not rusted out or anything. So I'm just gonna keep it in the bed of the truck in the elements until I get some kind of topper or something maybe in the future. So we're out here in the woods. It's just the two of us. So anytime we're out here primitive camping, especially in the state of Florida, it's always Team Glock. Thanks to the state of Florida, of course, anytime you're out camping, you can open carry. So we exercise that almost every time. So this is Ron's refrigerator. It's 75 quart. My ARB in the bed of my truck is only 50, so this one's significantly bigger. But we got some fresh fruit and veggies, well, and chips in the Publix bag. Got some drinks, and I promise you in here somewhere, there's the fresh potatoes. We also have some steaks we're gonna cook tonight. So we're gonna just be cooking when the sun starts to go down. It kind of cools off. So right now we're using an extremely dull knife to cut our potatoes, and we used an extremely dull knife to cut this water jug. So what Ron's doing right now is cutting the potatoes into french fries, and we're gonna let them soak in this gallon jug for probably an hour. So here's the inside of my box. Nothing crazy, kind of the bare minimum. I just have some generic camping stuff here. I have a stack of cups, some lighters, propane for the Timbo Tusk, some soap, sponge for washing dishes, bug spray, and then over here I have spices. This is just a little dry fire starting kit that I usually put in my backpack. I just have some dryer lint in there and a little baby lighter. Forks, knives, spoons, paper towels, just generic stuff. I have the Walmart kit for mugs, bowls, and plates. Then I have a silverware kit, some paracord, extra paper towels, tiki torch fluid, some headlamps. There's some mess kit right down there, TP, some ladles and spoons and stuff like that. So just generic camping stuff. I really don't take anything crazy. Outside of this, I usually have my hammock and a tent and kind of stuff like that. But here's another huge bag of dryer lint. Here's some solar Christmas lights to hang up. Little pop-out bowl cup thing. And then just a meal for backpacking at the last minute. I can throw that in my backpack, then heat up some water and eat. How's that dull knife?
Horrible.
While we let the french fries soak, we're gonna walk back over to the observation tower since it's not so windy. Maybe I can get a better video. But I can tell you right now, probably gonna walk back later when the sun sets, because I bet there's a killer sunset from over here. I just picked up a cicada, or a huge cricket. Now, if you guys remember in episode 2 or 3 in the primitive trailer camping series, whatever series this video is going to be in, it was video 2 or 3, I don't remember. We're actually going to be cooking these steaks right on a bed of charcoal. We did this for the first time in that video, and it turned out amazing. We also cooked whole carrots on there with Everglades seasoning and a lot of vegetable oil, and they almost tasted just like steak. It was really awesome. So we don't have carrots this time, but we're just hoping the steaks are going to turn out the same way they did before. So the steaks are on. We're gonna let them go about 10 minutes on this side, and then we're gonna flip them over. We got the steaks flipped over, we got a can of green beans right here, and Ron started the french fries. I just want to show you guys this light. I don't use it that much, but we happen to be out here and I haven't got the Lucy lights out yet or anything. So this light actually runs off the same power source as the refrigerator, which is the solar system, and runs off a 110 amp hour battery. So Ron just brought the french fries over, the first little batch. They look really good. Got the steaks. Waiting on some green beans, and I'm gonna get this fire started soon. It is that time of the night. It is time to break out the Lucy lights. And if you don't own 1 or 4 Lucy lights, you need to go to Walmart ASAP and get some Lucy lights. These things are amazing. So if you don't know what these are, some of them start out at like $14 and some are 20 bucks. They're solar lights. I just leave them in the dashboard all the time, and whenever I need them, you just pop this little thing right here, you inflate it, and then you turn it on, and there are different settings, and they give off a ton of light. And these things, I'll go to bed, I'll turn them on at like, I don't know, 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night, go to bed, wake up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and they're still lit. So definitely worth every bit of money. Plus they're really light. A lot of people that hike, they clip these onto their backpack so they get solar while you're hiking, and then at nighttime you have a nice little light. So that's what it looks like all inflated. And then it gives off a nice light. This one's got 3 settings. This one was the one that was $20. Remember, bottle openers are just gimmicks. So there we have tonight's meal. Although it's not picture perfect, it tastes really well, especially the french fries. They came out really nice. It's pretty early, it's only about 9 o'clock, but we're kind of just putting stuff away for the night, so it's one less thing we have to do in the morning. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's the next day. You're probably wondering why I'm not camping. That would be because after we cleaned up last night and Ron went to bed, I went to move my truck and turn the AC on for a minute, and the AC compressor wouldn't turn on. I thought maybe it was just a glitch, didn't really think much of it, and then when I actually went to go to bed, it kind of bothered me. I was kind of like troubleshooting in my head, probably like a lot of other people do. And so I decided, well, I'm gonna see why my AC compressor is not turning on. So I did a little bit of research online. I checked all my fuses, the relay, stuff like that. Anything I could check really without any tools. And by this time, it'd probably been like 30, 45 minutes. It's hot out, I'm sweating, the bugs are bad, so now I'm starting to get miserable. And I went back to try and lay down. I just could not get comfortable. By that time, there were bugs everywhere I was sleeping, so I was just kind of getting annoyed, I guess. But anyway, I decided, well, since I'm not going to get some sleep, might as well go back to the truck and see if I can figure it out. And this is what I found. This is what I found. As you can see, it's about to drip right there. Where there's this green fluid all over the front of my truck, all over the control arm, and just kind of just sprayed everywhere. And I, of course, after owning Jeeps, I was like, okay, that's radiator coolant. One of my radiator hoses must have blown or something. But they didn't answer the question to why the AC compressor wasn't turning on. So I checked the coolant level and had plenty of coolant, and it turns out this truck actually uses like orange coolant, so dead giveaway that the coolant system's fine. Plus the truck wasn't overheating. So it turns out that when I installed this bumper, they didn't tell me, there was nothing in the instructions or anything, but this liquid AC line right here was rubbing against this bumper right down here. And after so many miles, it actually rubbed a hole through it and decided to leak last night. So that's what I have to deal with now. Luckily, I looked it up. The line is only about 50 bucks, and I'll have it in a couple days, which is no big deal. But I'm gonna have to take off the bumper, the winch, the grill, basically the whole front end of this truck has to come off, because that line goes through the front here all the way to the firewall, and then it goes down. As you can see, it goes down right there underneath to the AC down there. So that's gonna be my fun project next week. So that's where the line comes through the firewall underneath the air box. Over here to this connection, goes through the front end right here and goes straight down. So that's gonna be a fun one to replace. All this has to come off. But, oh well, I guess I'll learn my lesson the hard way. So that's how my camping trip went last night. My biggest worry was I couldn't really see very well in the dark last night, and I knew my transmission lines ran down there somewhere, and I didn't want my transmission line to be the next thing to bust. So I left Ron at the campsite around 12:30, I think. I got home about 3 o'clock this morning. Luckily, no other issues other than, of course, it's just hot, which is no big deal to me. A lot of people probably would be freaking miserable, but I've driven Jeeps with no doors and no roofs for like 10 years or so, so it's really no issue to me. Hopefully I'll have it fixed maybe next Monday or Tuesday. And while I got you guys here, if you haven't done so already, follow Overland Florida on Facebook, and I also have a Facebook group so you can ask all the questions you want or share pictures of your trips or your rides or do whatever you want. The group is called Overland Florida Community, and I have some events coming up. Everyone always asks in the YouTube comment section about events and such. So let me pull it up here. September 28th, there is a meetup at Gandy Beach. If you want any more information about that, it is on the Facebook page. Gandy Beach is near Tampa Bay. October 11th, there is a camp out at Jenny Springs. It's the whole weekend. It's the 11th, 12th, and 13th. You can't reserve spots if you want primitive. It's first come, first serve. I'm gonna get there Friday morning and rope off a whole section. So hopefully we can all camp together. It's about $22 a day to camp at Jenny Springs and enjoy the water. October 27th, there's another meetup at the Dunedin Causeway. That's near Honeymoon Island, the entrance, if you are familiar with that area. But anyway, if you guys want more information on that, like I said, go to Overland Florida, the Facebook page, or Overland Florida Community, the Facebook group. Last night's camping trip was pretty much just a trial run, just kind of perfect all the gear that we needed to bring. Luckily, we brought everything. We just need to add some more stuff to our camp kitchen boxes, like aluminum foil, a good knife set, stuff like that. But for the most part, we should be squared away for the camping season coming up. And I'm going to try and camp twice a week, one day during the week and once on the weekend. So if anybody wants to join or hang out or anything, follow the Facebook page, and I'll make some events. Anyway guys, I'm starting to ramble on, so I'm gonna let you go. But first, I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers. I want to thank everybody that watches my videos and follows along. If you could, please, it doesn't cost anything, but go ahead and pick your favorite video, playlist, share it on your Facebook page, or if you have a coworker that doesn't work very much and they're always on YouTube, those are the perfect people to just tell them, hey, you need to watch this guy, and just let them watch my videos. So again, thanks. It's probably going to be a week and a half before I make the next camping video, but please subscribe and follow along. Thank you.